Fam, I apologize for the extreme delay, but guys, when you see this evidence, you're gonna know that it's worth it, that it's absolutely worth it. This image is way too warm. How do we fix this? How do we fix this? Here, let me try this real quick. So guys, I have a bunch of really good evidence to go over, and I'm going to be getting Joe Watchman, my stepdad, on the phone, and he's going to be reviewing this evidence with me. Now, he has a setup where I believe he's got his headphones ready to rock. Oh, I don't have the hue shift. Maybe I can desaturate it a little bit. Ooh. We'll just go with something like this. Okay. So, also, I don't know how well you can hear me like this. The microphone is kind of weird. Let me move this back up. Move that up there. Test, test. I can't put you all there because I'm going to need that. This could work. This could work. All right, we'll go with this, and we'll do a little experiment in the background. We have the haunted doll. We have this thing. We'll see if the haunted doll can change the color of this. All it has to do is lightly tap that. So if this is a different color than white, we know that it's hit it. But this thing might die during tonight's stream because I haven't charged it. All right, here we go. Now we're rocking. Now we're rocking and a rolling. So guys, you know I am all about direct conversation with spirits. That's my whole life has been dedicated. These past like 6 years has been dedicated to allowing spirits to come through and talk to us like back and forth like normal. I am going to show you 2 different conversations that we've had with spirits at the last 2 locations. One at Waverly Hills, I'm talking back and forth to a spirit, and then one at Whispers Estate with Laura and me, and we're talking back and forth to a spirit. And so I can't wait to get this going for you. All right, this will work. That's fine. Okay. So guys, I have a different, so normally I have this light over here, but I moved it. What if I do this? What if I turn these? That's kind of cool. Lighting is important to me, okay? See, that's just not enough light, though. That's super bright. Oh well, we'll go. Well. That's kind of cool. Oh, it did change. It fell off of him, though. Here, we'll tap it to where, like, if he turns it on, it'll tap. Or if he taps it, it'll turn on. We'll go with that. Alright guys, so we got an experiment rolling in the background, and we're about to review some crazy evidence. I'm excited. And I can't stand the lighting situation being the way it is, guys. I'm very peculiar about certain things, okay? That, you know, like, whenever your nickname has the word mad in it, it's because there's something off about you. And I accept that. And I'm just gonna lean into it. I'm just gonna make sure things are the way I want them for whatever reason. And usually, guys, the reason's always either for the spirits or for you. Everything I do is either for you guys or for the spirits. So just keep that in mind. See, my whole light, it looks so much better. It looks so much better. There we go. There we go. Should have been that way to begin with. All right, let's get into it. So first, I'm going to go ahead and get Joe Watchman on the phone. Also, I need to set up a way for you guys to hear him. This will probably work. Unopened. Nice. All right. Put this here. I don't want them to be too loud. I need to review that one I did with Mom and see how loud that was. Make sure it's not too loud. It should be alright. I'm doing it the way Alex did his podcast. Alright guys, I'm calling him now.
Hey.
Joe Watchman, what is good?
Same old, brother. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
Alright, I'm going to set you right here. Alright, can you still hear me good? Can you still hear me alright?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, this is where you'll be sitting here. And,
sure can.
Be sure to use headphones when watching the stream, because that's how you're going to be able to hear the evidence that I'm going over. It's going to be a little weird. There's going to be a slight delay from when I'm playing it to where you're hearing it, but I think we can make it work. And what we're going to do tonight, so guys, I have 2 different pieces of evidence here on my end. Well, I have a handful. I have like 2 different conversations with different spirits, and I'm going to start with those. And then we're going to go into the timestamps that Joe did. He did some visual timestamps on one of the Waverly Hills streams. So we'll do that at the end. All right, let's start. This is incredible, guys. Let's just go in hot and start with this Waverly Hills one. All right, we'll start with the Waverly Hills one, and then we'll get to the best conversation of the whole trip, which was at Whispers Estate. So for those of you who don't know, I was just at Waverly Hills Sanitarium, and I was investigating there with my girlfriend Laura and with West Michigan Paranormal Team and with a few others of our friends there, and it was awesome. During the tour, so a lot of them went ahead and did the tour. I did the death tunnel by myself at Waverly Hills, and this is where we capture this next bit of evidence that we're going to review. Joe, you've seen the footage of the death tunnel, right?
I sure have.
Have you ever been in the death tunnel or in Waverly Hills?
I've never been there.
Can you see the creepiness from like through the screen though?
Oh man, I was as nervous as I could be. I tell you what, that took guts to stand in there. I don't know if I'm that tough.
It was wild. It was absolutely wild. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play each of these responses, and then we'll talk about each one, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Now, the first one we're going to be listening to for a minute here because there's a whole chain of events happening. And whenever there's a chain of events, that's pretty significant for the paranormal, because usually a chain of events leads to some good evidence. And that is kind of the case with this one here. So basically, I get this weird ear pulse where it's like when you're driving down the mountains. Joe, you know what I'm talking about when your ears pop?
Exactly.
So that starts, and I'm just standing in the death tunnel. I'm not walking down. I'm not going anywhere. It's just like it's on flat ground. The first part of it is, and all of a sudden my ears start popping. And then so we start the EVP session. I'm going to go ahead and let it roll from here. Actually, I need to plug in this thing so the audio doesn't come out of this. There we go. All right, here we go. We're starting. Camera sideways. Ooh, my ears. My ears just pulsed like I was riding down a mountain. All right, there's a car in the background, or like a motorcycle or something. That's me stepping, by the way. That's me doing those loud thuds. I wanted to see how the Clover recorder would react to those thuds. So that recorder is a little bit different than your regular recorder. The way it picks up audio and samples it, it's entirely different. And it allows spirits to contact us using the signal of audio coming through. It's absolutely amazing. Check out what is captured on this. The very first thing, there's something captured here. Right there. That was me stepping, guys. It's real faint. Did it say get them or kitchen or something? All right. I'm going to slow it down. It says kitchen. This is a voice that is saying kitchen, and it's making that voice. It's modulating that voice from the signal of the audio reverberating off of the death tunnel. So off that footstep, that very first one I did, all the different audio signals reverberating off of the tunnel, coming back to the recorder, the spirit was able to change it to something that says kitchen. And I'm not sure exactly why, but here, we'll listen again.
It says kitchen, don't it?
Here, we'll slow it down. It's like, I don't know why it'd be saying kitchen.
So it says,
I'll speed it up a little bit.
it says kitchen, don't it?
It does. All right, so now let's go. Let's keep playing it normal.
What was that? Play with us. Oh my.
So guys, at first glance, you might just be hearing noise, but listen to this when I slow it down and we start analyzing it. It is a spirit voice saying, play with us. And Joe, I'll get your thoughts on this in just a second, because I want to break this down with you here, because this is really interesting.
Listen. It says play with us. Listen.
That's crazy.
If you slow that down, I guarantee. I guarantee it would say play with us.
Listen to that. Now that I've
That's
EQ'd
incredible.
it, so I'm taking some of the low frequency out. You can really hear it when you take some of that low frequency out.
That's incredible.
Do y'all hear that? All right, so let's see. Does anybody in the chat here play with us? And if you hear something different, let me know in the chat, because my ears are not perfect, but I'm hearing play with us. Let me bring Joe Watchman in on this. Joe, what are you hearing there on that EVP?
I absolutely hear play with us.
Is that not freaky? So imagine this situation. There is a spirit. So first off, let's talk about, why would the death tunnel even be haunted? Because this tunnel, they literally made this tunnel so that way the hearse could back up to this tunnel to take the bodies out, and the patients at Waverly Hills Sanitarium wouldn't have to see all the dead being carted off every day. So they thought, to boost morale, they would stop picking up the bodies at the front of the hospital and start picking them up like a quarter mile away out of this tunnel. The fact that it's even haunted to begin with is very weird. But Joe, why do you think a spirit is saying play with us right there? It can't be good.
Yeah, it sent chills down my spine. That anytime you get something like that that's that distinct and seemingly that out of place, it always makes me nervous. It sort of makes you think not someone that's deceased, but maybe some other entity.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it is possible now that it could be a kid spirit is just wondering, and maybe it saw me with the lab coat. Maybe it thinks I'm a doctor walking through there, and maybe the kid's like, hey, maybe this doctor will play with me. I'm gonna follow him and say, he's just like, play with us. But that's not the vibe that I get.
No, it's so out of place, it makes you take a second glance. But, you could be right. I think later in the video, I definitely got the impression that there was a kid there. I think you all were in the lobby with the ball or something like that.
Yeah.
And, it could be anything, obviously. But, yeah, it made me take a second listen when I heard it.
Yeah, same here. A second, third, fourth, fifth listen. It is compelling. And I think if it is a kid, then you're saying, it's still out of place for the kid to be there in that moment and leaving this creepy EVP. But it is possible. It is absolutely possible, because like you were saying, later in the evening, there is some activity that might suggest that there was a kid spirit. So it looks like our girl Sandy Wolf is asking for us to play it again. Absolutely, Sandy. I will play it again right now. All right, there it is, normal speed with the EQ on. So we have the low frequencies cut out. Let's keep playing it again. It's real quick.
Play with us.
Play with us.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Listen.
It doesn't strike
It says
me as
play with us.
particularly evil, though. I mean, kids are pretty resilient, and she just may not be aware of the environment there.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, they probably didn't tell the patients or the kids that this was the death tunnel, you know?
Oh yeah, exactly. Kids have been around everything and turned out okay. So it's very possible that that's genuinely what it seems to be. It's so striking that it's in that tunnel.
But yeah, so in the moment I'm freaked out too. And there's some creepy stuff we get later that also makes me think that it's not a kid. But like we're saying, it could be. We're playing either side here. Either side. It could or may not be. But either way, it is some good evidence. Now, on this same EVP capture, at the very end of it, we get another very compelling EVP. And at first glance, you might just like listen right past it, not even know you caught something. But I heard a little bit of it when I listened, and then I slowed it down, and clear as day, we get another EVP. Let's just play the rest of the clip here.
If you slow that down, I guarantee I would say play with us.
All right, after
That's
this.
incredible.
After this. All right, not this. It's right at the end. All right, right there at the end. So at first it sounds like there's nothing there. It sounds like there's nothing there, just some noise. Watch what happens when we slow it down to half speed. Oh, okay. So right there, it's a spirit saying, "Talk with me." So I'm going to play it again. Listen to it slow down. Right there. It's like, I'll play it one more time and mouth it out. And you can really hear the "with me." That's amazing. So at first, like I said, at first glance, first listen, you may not notice it. Just pass it right on by. Ooh, it's even clearer a little bit faster. Talk with me. Right there. So, Joe, on your end, I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I don't want you to miss it. But are you catching that "talk with me" right there?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I believe it's saying. And I just noticed Dory said in chat that it could be a spirit from before Waverly was built. I'm sure you came across this in your research, but there actually was a school on that site before the whatever the word is, before that building was built. The original landowner, or the one that had it before that, hired a teacher so that his daughter would have a place to go to school. So maybe those are school children there that came back to a happier place.
Interesting. I actually didn't know there was a school building. Right? Is it right where Waverly was?
Yeah, I believe his name was Henderson, and his daughter, apparently, it was a little less settled back in the day, and she needed a place to go to school. So he hired the school teacher out of his pocket, built a one-room schoolhouse on the property. And actually, the teacher is the one, she liked a series of novels called Waverly something, and he wound up she changed the name of the school to Waverly School, and he changed the name of his land to Waverly Hills, and then they kept that name when they built the sanatorium.
Wow. Guys, think about that history. So just because, was it the daughter that liked the books?
I believe it was the teacher.
The teacher liked the books, a series about Waverly, something about Waverly. And because that teacher liked those books, we now have Waverly Hills Sanitarium, and he named his land after that, calling it Waverly Hills. That's incredible. All right, so what's interesting is you said his name was Henderson?
I would have to look again, but I believe that's right.
That's interesting because in one of the next clips we're about to go over, there's a Henderson mentioned, and so I'll bring that up, and that's at a different location though. But that just don't let me forget in case I do. But there is something about a Henderson at Whispers Estate, which is interesting. It kind of like ties together a little bit here, and even though they're totally different Hendersons, I guarantee they're different Hendersons. It's just weird that those names would be prevalent across both these investigations. All right, so this next clip here, I was asking them, because I heard the play with us. Clearly, I heard the play with us in real time. On this next clip here, I'm asking, what do you want to play? And for some reason, they respond with a response that I'm not sure why. I think it says their brothers. Oh, I timestamped it wrong. Oh no, that was it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that says they're brothers right there, and then I guess the question's further back.
Jeez.
What do you want to play?
They're brothers. So it's like, what do you want to play? They're brothers.
What do you want to play?
Now, here's the thing. It might be saying something else. So let me try to EQ this a little bit.
That sounds like a voice.
Play.
I hear they're brothers, though. What do you all hear?
Play.
It could be...
Voice.
Play.
It might say the puzzles.
Play.
Like a voice.
Play.
I still hear the brothers. So I don't know if they were responding to that question or if they were just saying they're brothers. Maybe it was referring to two of the guys, like maybe me and someone else that was there in the group, or maybe it was referring to Sean and me the last time we were there, saying they're brothers. I'm not sure exactly what it's being said. So Joe, on that one, it's saying I'm hearing they're brothers, but it also could be saying the puzzles. I'm not exactly sure. Which one do you hear the most?
I hate to admit it, I can tell that it's an intentional word, purposely spoken, but I can't make it out. I couldn't say it's saying brothers or not.
Right. I'm leaning towards it saying they're brothers, which I wonder if they're talking about people who passed here. I'm not sure exactly what they could be referring to. It could be anything. Now, the next response we get here is absolutely, and in real, I didn't hear it in real time. That's the beauty of reviewing this stuff, because you're always going to find evidence that you didn't find in real time. And I've noticed this a lot. Like whenever I do an investigation and I feel like, man, that investigation just didn't produce a lot of evidence, it didn't feel super active, then you go back and review and it's just popping and you're just missing all kinds of stuff. This is one of those moments where I missed something super creepy, and I think it's definitely related to what's going on here at the house and what's been going on here for a while. Andrea Hippie Cowgirl, I see you in the chat. Mary C, Sandy Wolf, Chris Mix World, Marlene, Trudy, what's good, Trudy? Thank you all for being here. Mama Epic, Trixie Cat is in the chat. Let's go. Guys, check out this next response. This was captured at Waverly Hills in the death tunnel. A spirit comes through, and I believe it's saying, I'm from the basement. And you already know what basement they're talking about. Right there. It's real faint. Real faint. Here,
It says I'm on Facebook.
So in real time, I thought it said I'm on Facebook. Turns out it's saying I'm from the basement. It's real faint. It's like, I'm from the basement. Oh, you can hear it slow down. You can hear it more. Here, I'll crank it.
I'm waiting. I've got a little bit of a delay. I haven't heard it yet.
You haven't heard it yet? All right. Keep listening, because I've played it a few times. I'm going to try and boost up the volume a little more, because it's real faint, but it's super clear. Let me click back on this. Right there. That's the best one. That's what I'm hearing right there, and I'll try and boost it a little more. In chat, are y'all guys hearing that?
Yeah, I heard that.
I hear it. I hear it. So in real time, like I was saying, in real time, I heard Facebook for whatever reason. And because the spirits mention Facebook a lot, and the more and more I've looked into Facebook, like just over the past little while, the more and more I could see why the spirits might be worried with like the technology they're developing. Because guys, Facebook is branched far, far beyond just regular like social media website creation. They're into a lot of deep territory. For instance, they were going to make their own currency that got shafted a little bit, thankfully, or maybe not thankfully. Maybe it would have been a good, who knows? But they were going to make their own currency. They've been working on AI for a long time, and they're also working on systems for growing and harvesting food. Like a lot of stuff, the Facebook is doing a lot of stuff that is more than just a website. So for a long time, the spirits mentioned Facebook, and it's possible that someone brought this up before. A lot of the people who have passed away have had Facebook profiles. Think about it. If someone's passed away within the past 20 years, maybe not that long, but if they passed away within the past 10, 15 years, they've probably had a Facebook profile. And so Facebook has come up a lot. And in real time at Waverly Hills in the death tunnel, I thought I heard something about Facebook. It turns out it's even creepier. It turns out it says, I'm from the basement. And like I was saying, guys, you know what basement I think they're talking about. Oh, that's crazy. I'll play it one more time, and I'm going to boost the audio like crazy and try and stop it before I go, All right, here, let me boost the audio way up here. Cut some of the low frequency out. Right there. I hear it clear as day. All right, so Joe Watchman, were you able to get a good listen on that at any point?
I do think I do hear the word basement.
Yeah, I think it's saying I'm from the basement. And so, Joe, I think whenever I'm getting EVPs about the basement, I'm pretty sure it's talking about the haunted basement, the one and only, the haunted basement right below my feet here. Now, in any situation where you're dealing with something haunted and the basement comes up, it makes me wonder exactly what's here, and if it's an attachment that followed me, and why would they identify with the basement specifically. And I think it's because the basement has its own identity at this point. The haunted basement has become synonymous with some type of energy, some type of entity, and mainly some type of like dark energy, something evil, or something not vicious, but something intense lurks in the basement. And that's what I'm kind of getting from that.
I agree.
So, Joe, you've experienced the basement for many years, on and off. Are there any experiences you can think of from the basement that would be synonymous with it being called the haunted basement?
You know, I never really had anything that I could point to and say, aha, there is a problem. But the feelings that you get, particularly in certain spots, every time I go down there, I get those feelings in those spots. It's fear and dread at one point, and at the other, when you're kind of going back up the stairs, you're just happy to be able to escape. You feel like you're getting away, and you feel like something's going to grab you from behind. And basically every time I've ever been there, it's the same thing. So I've never seen anything, but man, it will bring your spirit down quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Do you feel that way in other basements when you're walking up the steps or walking through the basement? Do you feel that way in every basement?
I don't. Sometimes I'll get a little hint of it, but I think that might just be from years of kind of being around that basement. It's sort of like a flashback, if that's the right word. But no, I think there's something particular about that basement.
Yeah, I agree. And you can see Trixie Cat in the chat says that basement is crazy. That is an understatement. Like, we've had some of the craziest investigations there. And Mama Epic, Trixie Cat, she's had some of the most intense experiences in that basement as well. So guys, when we talk about the basement, we all of us here know that it's no joke. And I'll never forget that one night back when we did the first round of Mondays with Mama, we talked to Mom about the basement and about everything that happened and, the haunting in it. And that night, every single person who was attached to that phone call, like, and everyone in the house, in this house, all of us had extreme nightmares. Mom had extreme nightmares. I had extreme nightmares. Pops Metal had extreme nightmares. And I had a nightmare about my best friend who I hadn't talked to in forever. And he had messaged me that night, and I hadn't seen it till the next day. But he had messaged me that night, and I ended up having a nightmare about him without me seeing the message at all. And in the nightmare, there was some demon talking through my friend. The whole thing was extremely unnerving. And it was weird. It was like, for that night, it came rushing back. Because this place used to be so incredibly haunted. Especially when I was living here by myself for a while. It was extremely active all the time. And it was before I knew anything about the paranormal. But anyways, I'm getting way off topic here. I just wanted to pull up that EVP that said I'm from the basement, because that was captured at Waverly Hills in the death tunnel. Some spirit from the basement wanted to let us know that it's there, saying I'm from the basement. Now, we do get one more EVP on this session here. And keep in mind, this is just over 2 EVP sessions. This is literally record a EVP, listen back, record a EVP, listen back, and we get 6 incredible responses. And so this is the last one here. I believe it says stay away, and there's a note here to play it at half speed. So we'll go ahead and put on half speed, see what it sounds like. We'll kill the EQ, get it back to normal, and let's go ahead and listen to this EVP. I think it says stay away. Oh yeah, that's right. This one's like a tone. It's like doo doo doo, and at first it just sounds like those tones, doo doo doo. But when you listen closer, it's actually saying stay away. Here, I'm gonna back it up here. Right there. And then now when we add the EQ, it'll be a lot clearer, because there's a lot of low tone in that EVP. So we get rid of some of that low frequency, and let's see what it sounds like. So the stay's a little bit of a stretch. But I'm definitely hearing it. Let me see if I can slow it down further. Oh wait, wrong thing. I definitely hear away. It might say stay awake. There we go. I definitely hear away. Yeah, there. Maybe go away. Yeah, go away, sail away. I definitely hear the away. Like 100% hear the away. Sorry about that loud part right there. Maybe it says go away. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Go away. That's wild. And that's, again, with the Clover recorder. The Clover recorder is very unique, very special in the way that it processes and analyzes audio coming into it. And that's why I love using the Clover recorder. It's able to pick up EVPs that other recorders just can't. And it's able to give the spirits, it's like the spirits have a continuous signal to express their communications on. And I just love the Clover recorder. Absolutely love it. Also, guys, one thing I absolutely super love here is look in the chat from this stream. It is filled with colors, and that's because we have the new custom color emojis. Look, Geeked Up Paranormal on the members only squad using these custom color emojis. I just absolutely love how colorful the chat's been this whole stream. Look, we had a member join, Jessica Luna, joining the membership squad during the Waverly stream, and then we have the green flames to back it up. Absolutely love it. And then the green hearts, and I just absolutely love the chat being greened out. And then we had a throwdown. Marlene Wilcox threw it down on the Waverly stream, and then we got all the colorful flames, the colorful fire from the members only squad. I just absolutely love seeing all the colors there for everything that happens in the live stream. So guys, thank you all so much for absolutely everything. Now, Joe Watchman, what do you think about that go away or stay away? It's a little bit of a stretch. It is a little bit of a stretch, But once we slow it down and analyze it, I think it's there.
Yeah, I think there is a purposeful speech there. I really do, and I do feel like I hear the away.
Yeah.
But I'm not as familiar with Clover as the Clover method as I should be. But it doesn't sound like a warning or sinister. I mean, it's almost like an instruction. Like step this way, or come this way, or go this way, or
yeah.
It doesn't sound foreboding.
I agree. It doesn't sound like get out of here, or it sounds very like calm. And also, even though we used the Clover recorder on this one, we didn't use the Clover method. So that go away. I think it's being picked up. I think if I'm not mistaken, I was doing the boot steps, and the boot steps reverberating off the walls. What the Clover recorder was able to utilize that and translate it for a spirit to speak on. Mama Epic Trixie Cat throwing it down on the super chat. Let's go. Much love to you, Eric, Joe, and Epic fam. Mama, thank you so much for the super chat throwdown. Look at that.
Is that the same? Do you think that's the same entity that invited you to play? I mean, it seems both of those seem light to me. You think it's the same? You're still talking to a kid or something, trying to act like a kid there?
That's a great point. What if this is the same entity, then what if they were just saying go away, like not intentionally, not like meaning go away, but they were just like get out of here. You know what I mean? Maybe it was just a lighthearted jab of some sort.
Oh yeah.
And
I think that if we went down that path, that kind of reinforces the kid thing again. I feel like it's not something that particular thing there is not something that's out to cause harm or be mean.
Well, I would hope that is the case. However, this next piece of evidence may change your mind a little bit on that, but then again, it could be multiple spirits too. It could be multiple spirits.
I think it is, because there is definitely, I mean, even through, like you were asking earlier, even watching the video, there is a vibe, a definite vibe, and it ain't good. At best it's heavy and sad, and it's a little bit malignant. But like those particular voices that we were just talking about, they don't seem like they're affected by it. Maybe. True.
Maybe they're able to enjoy themselves regardless of the energy that's there.
Maybe from a different time.
Yeah, maybe they don't even see the dark energy that we're feeling. Maybe they don't see the thing that's from the basement.
No, they're still in the school playground or something. It's sunlight and roses.
Now, here's the last thing I wanted to show you. And this one, the last thing I wanted to show you on this Waverly stream. So this one is very interesting because it's freaky. It's absolutely freaky. Here, I'm getting the throwdowns list. There we go. So check this out. So we finally get the gateway going. And keep in mind, like all this evidence we reviewed was in the first 14 minutes. The first 14 minutes of this live stream. Now, granted, I had to go through 2 other live streams before this one would work and stay on. I was having so many freaking tech issues in this tunnel. And as you can see, I have signal. Like it was... something was messing with the situation. And it could be the YouTube app was glitching out. I don't know. It could be something like that. But nonetheless, we got this going. First 14 minutes, got this evidence. And then I'd go ahead and set up the gateway. So we set up the gateway. I set it up here, as you can see here. And then I put it on. I haven't reviewed the session yet. I have it on for a couple minutes. And then this happens. And this is absolutely wild. Let me make sure I got the EQ turned off. Let's turn that off. There we go. All right, here we go. This is freaky.
Here. But we covered a good amount of ground. Whoa! The laughing! That sounded like water. She was like laughing through water. Oh my God, my eyes are watering up. I'm about to cry. What just happened? The tuner just died. Oh my God, my eyes are literally watering up. She laughed and then killed the tuner. That spirit laughed and then killed the tuner right now. Are you kidding me?
I'm in the death tunnel.
Guys, no joke.
myself.
My eyes are literally watered up. I'm like, Whenever something super freaky happens, my eyes just go super, like, oh my God.
So here, I'm going to play it again and then really listen to this laugh, because this laugh reminds me of the phrase, the devil has the voice of many waters. This laugh has the voice of many waters.
But we covered a good amount of ground. Whoa! The laughing! That sounded like water. She was like laughing through water. Oh my God, my eyes were watering up. I'm about to cry.
So there's two different points where she kills the gateway. They're the tuner. So the first one is after the laugh repeats, then there's that and it almost sounds like a hiccup or something. That is her cutting the signal, because it's supposed to keep echoing. It should not have stopped echoing. I don't know how she did that. It's not possible. But she stopped the echo, and then you hear this other little blip. You hear this blip, and that's the tuner dying. That is the tuner going kaput right then and there. So I'm going to play the thing again. We'll slow the laugh down and really analyze this. This is absolutely nuts.
But we covered a good amount of ground. Whoa! The laughing! That sounded like water.
So right there, somehow she killed the echo. Again, not possible. She killed the full instant replay echo.
She was like laughing through water. Oh my God, my eyes were watering up.
And then
I'm
that
about
right
to cry.
there,
What just happened?
That pop noise,
My eyes were watering up.
Right
I'm
there.
about to cry. What just happened?
That is the tuner dying.
The tuner just died. Oh my God. Oh my God. My eyes are literally watering.
So so here's the thing. If that like hiccup sound or that like that is, because normally and on a normal gateway, like with it running normally, if that sound was like an extra sound coming through the signal, it would be on top of the laughing. So it'd be like it wouldn't have stopped the laugh entirely. This spirit, whoever it is, I keep saying she because the laugh sounds female, whoever this is, was able to stop the echo. I guess they were trying to show their power and show that it wasn't just like the batteries dying or some kind of technical issue. The spirit was doing its damnedest to show that it was their doing as far as getting this to happen like there. So Joe, when you hear that laugh, what do you think of when you hear that laugh?
I don't know what to make of it. It's definitely timed to the tuner going off. It's definitely related. What was your gut instinct at that moment? I know your eyes were watering and everything. Did you feel like it was mischievous or evil?
I felt definitely mischievous, and I think the spirit laughed. It laughed in a way. It laughed where it sounds like there's a little bit of wisdom in the laugh. Like it knows what it's doing, and it knows what it's going to get out of it. And so it laughs because it knows it's about to shoot some energy through that tuner and make it stop echoing and then shut down the device. And so I guess if it were evil, it could have attacked me right there. If it has that kind of power, it could have scratched me, or it could have sent some type of electromagnetic energy on me or some type of static energy if it was able to do that. So I would definitely say at least mischievous, maybe not evil, but in the moment, I'm in the death tunnel by myself, and a spirit just took command of a device and shut it down. I'm a little freaked out.
Yeah, I'd say I got the same impression, though. It was like, I'm showing you that I'm here. You came looking, you're going to get your answer. But I didn't feel like it was fixing to throw you down the tunnel or anything. You know?
Yeah, I agree. And man, that moment was absolutely amazing. I still feel like that was one of the best moments that I had on the whole trip. Now, the next set of evidence that we're going to review is at a location called Whispers Estate. And I really should have had some pictures, like a slideshow ready for everybody. But here, I can pull up one and show you. But basically, Whispers Estate is this awesome, I call it McMansions, like the old mansions. Like it's incredible. And when we were walking through, when Laura and me first started, I can just at least pull up this right here. When Laura and me first started, we ended up walking through the McMansion here, we go to like different, like we walk to different spots, and then when we get to the bathroom is where I felt something immediately. And so it's this red and white bathroom. The White Stripes would love it, and I could feel that there was a presence in there with us. And granted, there's all these other sections of this mansion that are supposedly way more haunted. Like this room right here, this is a closet where like people have gotten choked and thrown out of it, and then there's this like church pew that people get thrown off of, and all this crazy stuff. Tables moving on their own, and horned like demons with the heads of rams, or like ram horns. I don't know. And there's just all kinds of stuff. We went to all these different spots, but the spot that was, well, this spot was pretty creepy too, up in the attic with the diamond mirror thing. That was pretty creepy. And then this entire mirror room, this was freaking phenomenal. All these freaking mirrors. It was amazing. But anyways, out of all this entire mansion, the bathroom, this freaking bathroom was where I felt the most energy, like there was a real spirit there. And look at the notes here. I didn't hear almost any of these in real time, but look at all these direct responses. So guys, when I do my notes now, I'm looking for direct responses, direct replies to questions, because those are the best evidence in my opinion, besides like, you know, visual evidence and stuff like that. Look at all these direct responses. It's literally a back and forth conversation. It's absolutely incredible. I haven't even finished reviewing everything yet. This is just as far as I got. There's just so many. And so, Joe, I'm very excited to show you this. This is with Laura, too. So Laura is helping me with this session, which is incredible. And then we got Yvonne on the super chat. We love and miss our good spirits. That's right, Yvonne. Guys, Yvonne, so here, shout out to Yvonne real quick. She's always paying respect to the spirits. She always shows absolute respect and kindness to those that have transitioned on. And Yvonne knows, and a lot of us know, we have loved ones, friends, family on the other side. We know people that have become spirits. And so it's important to remember this. It's important to remember that those are our friends and family that are on the other side. Those are our friends and family that we're talking to and reaching out to. Even when we're at a location where we don't know the people, we're still interacting with someone else's friends and family. And so it's very important to keep that respect and to keep their names honored by talking to them and treating them with respect and with dignity. And Yvonne always does that. So Yvonne, thank you for being part of our fam. Thank you for lighting up the super chat. Thank you for throwing it down. Yvonne, you are amazing. Let's see some fire. Let's see some fire in the chat for our girl Yvonne. Let's get her on the throwdown list. So Joe, are you excited about this Whispers Estate conversation?
Absolutely. I kind of want to go there myself now, and that's rare for me to even say, but it was very impressive, some of the things that came across, you know, some of the communications.
And the layout of the house itself is just absolutely fantastic. I think you would love the layout of the house and how big it is, and just all the different rooms. There's so many weird rooms. They have a Ouija board like in every room. They have infinity mirrors all over the place, and it's just a wild house. It really is.
Why did they take that one room and make it all mirror?
I think they were trying. So there's a name for it. There's a name for when you do a room like that with all the mirrors. It's called something, and it's supposed to help with spiritual communication and meditation. And you're supposed to be able, like, if a spirit gets in that room, they'll supposedly stay stuck in that room forever because they can't escape the infinity loops of the mirrors. So I don't know. I can't remember what it's called exactly. There's a name for that kind of room, though.
Is that what you're trying to do? Is sort of block the spirit from?
Well, I don't think that was. I don't think that's the only intention. I think that's one of the intentions. That's one of the original reasons that they made those rooms. But it's called something. And Cynthia from Purgatory Paranormal of New York, aka Purg Pony, says that it's called a corridor of souls. That's a pretty cool name. I know there's like a one word name for it too, though. They said it too. I'm gonna try and look it up, room. I can't find it. Yeah, there's too many There's too many people just like thinking about it. I would love to be inside a spherical mirror. That would be a trip, because it would bend your reflection like upside down, and it would reverse it. Like you would see yourself how you actually look, because it would mirror the mirrored image at one point. Oh, I can't find it. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. Infinity mirror room. That's a good way of putting it. There was one in LA apparently, and yeah, there's a name for it, and I'm sure I'll remember it. Like when I'm trying to sleep one night, I'll be like, "Oh, all right, let's get to this evidence." So this next conversation, again, this is absolutely incredible, and I still can't get over it. And I'm so glad that we were able to capture this on live stream. And I wish I had heard a fraction of it in real time, because I didn't hear hardly any of it in real time. But that's how it is. At least, at the very least, we got to capture it. So here, I'll just play this from the beginning, and then Joe, I want to bring in. So guys, I don't know if y'all know this, but Joe has a lot of EMS and paramedic experience. So I'm going to bring him in on what happened to the spirit, and just ask him what that situation would be like from an EMS point of view. But here, let's go ahead and play the clip here, and we'll skip
We're here at Whispers Estate. We have West Michigan Paranormal Team in the building. We also have Kips, I believe. And we have a bunch of mirrors. So guys, the history here is insane. And at some point, I'd like to go out back and do something. What's up? Hey. Oh, what's up? Oh, sorry, excuse us. Let us get out of the way. Let me turn this around. We got investigators everywhere. What's up, y'all?
Here we go.
Oh, the bathrooms, guys. One of the guys that lived here, he slipped and fell in this tub and cracked his head, and he passed away. And they didn't find him for 3 days. Ooh, I can feel something in here. But I do want to tell you guys that the history of the hauntings here is what's so severe. We're talking people being picked up and thrown, people being hit, people being pushed. We're talking tables moving on their own, all kinds of crazy stuff.
But with this guy, this bathroom,
I'm feeling like right here.
Yeah.
I almost feel like we should just shut the door. I'm feeling pressure in my head right here.
Yep.
What's up, Dory? Lori Lit Lolo, Candace, Divine Diamond, Carl.
I want to talk a little bit more about what happened to this poor guy. So they believe his name was Henderson, and I don't know why they wouldn't know, because he lived there, but apparently he like rented out the top floor or something like that. And so Mr. Henderson here, and that's why I was telling you about earlier. So you said the guy who owned Waverly Hills before the sanitarium, his name was Henderson. This guy that we talked to in the bathroom at Whispers Estate, his name was supposedly Mr. Henderson.
I got the Waverly Hills name wrong. It's all H's. Thomas Hayes was in 1883. Needed a school for his daughter to attend, so he started a one-room schoolhouse, and he hired a lady named Lizzie Lee Harris. And I got all those H's confused, I guess, in my mind.
Well, what's interesting, you mentioned Henderson, and I don't think you even knew the guy's name was Henderson at Whispers Estate.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I've been watching those videos today, so I might have heard it if it was in the video. Gotcha.
So still, I'd say it's a strange coincidence that you said Henderson earlier, and now we're about to review this Henderson footage. But here's the history with Mr. Henderson. He lived alone in that apartment. They were separated floors, I believe, at the time, and he was not old. I think he was fairly. I think they said he was like 30s or 40s, so he wasn't old. And apparently, getting in or out of the tub, he slipped and just cracked his head and passed away. And it was 3 days. it took 3 days before someone could find him. Now, I'm sure being a paramedic and all the years that you were and being, EMS, I'm sure you've seen head injuries before and head trauma and how delicate that can be.
Absolutely.
Did you ever see a situation where someone cracked their head getting in or out of a bathtub?
I have seen a few. It's believe it or not, the bathroom is a dangerous area of the home, and it's slick and it's hard, and I have seen a few people pass away in the bathroom from just that.
And that's wild to think about, because you never think about how dangerous it is getting in and out of the tub. But and the tub here. So here, I show it on the video at one point. This tub is like, it's a little bit taller than your average tub. It has feet on the bottom of it. I think they're claw feet that raise up the height of the tub too. And so maybe he's not paying attention one night, or maybe he's had a super long day at work, and he just understeps the tub and just trips, falls forward. And then, like you said, there's so many hard surfaces in the bathroom that people don't think about. And he could have cracked his head, not only on, the toilet or the tub, but even on the floor. And it could have caused enough damage for him to pass away. So I'd imagine arriving at a scene like that has got to be devastating.
It is. It's that's never a good time in anybody's life, but you especially feel bad for the family. You always feel like you're safe in your home, and there's almost like a sense of betrayal,
Yeah. So, and the thing that was like super sad about this situation, the thing that really kind of bothered me, is that no one was able to find him for 3 days. And I guess someone eventually was like, hey, he hasn't shown up to work, or maybe like he was supposed to be somewhere at some time, and then they came looking. But it makes me wonder, it makes me wonder what he was, because I think he's still there. And it makes me wonder what he was feeling right after he left his body. He's having an out-of-body experience of some sort, because we know he still comes through. I wonder what he was thinking, if he could see the body there, if he was waiting on someone to find him, and then as time passed, he started getting more and more panicking, even in a spirit form. So it's hard to think about. But nonetheless, Joe, let's dive into some of the evidence here. And it's incredible. It's incredible. So there's I've got sections here. I've got it sectioned out a little bit. So we'll go one section at a time and then talk about what's going on. And some of these guys, these responses are so fast that it's unbelievable. It's it's as direct of a response as you can get. So here, for instance, this first question here, I'm saying, I don't know if you're actually here or if your energy's playing over and over again. And in between me asking that, he says here. So I said, don't know if you're actually here. He goes, here. Or your energy playing over and over again. Check this out.
I want to know if you are actually here or if your energy is just replaying over and over again.
It's like, here.
I want to know if you are actually here or if your energy is just replaying over and over again.
That's wild. And then he says, pretty sad. Right there.
Pretty sad.
It's like, pretty sad.
Pretty sad.
And then check this out.
Sir, do you feel trapped here? It sounds like he said yes.
Yes, I do.
It sounds like he said
It's like, yes, I do.
here. Pretty sad. Sir, do you feel trapped here?
What feeling did you get in there?
It sounds like he said yes.
What'd you say?
What feeling did you get in there?
So as soon as I walked in, we were talking about it right away. As soon as I got to the bathroom, I could tell that something was in there. And here's the thing, guys. Here's what I'm hooked on so much is this direct communication. And the way that I usually know we're going to have a direct communication session is when you can feel it. When you walk into the room and you know that there is a spirit there, and you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is an entity, there is something in there, and you are not alone. That feeling, I live for that feeling because it is unlike anything else. It's like part of your body. It's like a superpower awakens and you can sense something with some kind of sense, some kind of sensation. And and I was feeling that in that room. I felt that there was something in the bathroom besides Laura and me, something that was existing that we can't see with our eyes. And you look for that at all these, and half the time you don't feel it anywhere. Like, so there would be some locations where I go an entire investigation and we get decent evidence and it's a good investigation, crazy stuff happens, but I never feel that feeling. It's a weird, unique feeling when you know something's in the room. And with that bathroom, as soon as we walked in there, I could tell that someone was in the room, that something was in the room. And we ended up having a crazy good session because of it. And I didn't feel anything like this at the rest of the house. When we did the attic later, it was super creepy up there. It felt like there was it felt like there was a dark energy there. But in this bathroom, it felt like a presence. It felt like there was a presence in there other than us. To answer your question.
Yeah, so going back like to the tunnel, so this house has been around a while. It's got several different chapters. Like this guy, he's not really associated with the doctor that owned it before. It's kind of like this house is collecting these, souls or experiences or something like that as time passes. And you think they're aware of each other when something like that happen? And do you think they're aware of each other?
Well, here, let me play you this next clip and we'll discuss it further because you just hit the nail on the head. You just hit the absolute money spot. So here, let's try this. The next question is, why would you be trapped here?
Why would you be trapped here? Why would you be stuck?
It's the evil. It's as soon as I say, why would you be trapped here? Why would you be stuck? He goes, it's the evil.
Why would you be trapped here? Why would you be stuck?
Right there, it's the evil, and then there's some stuff after it. But
why would you be trapped here? Why would you be stuck?
Do you hear? It's like it's the evil.
Why would you be trapped here? Why would you be stuck?
I'm still listening to me talk.
Is that not crazy? So could you hear it?
I'm not to it yet.
Oh, it hasn't played yet?
Not yet.
It should play any second now. Also, you can, if you see the live button, you can hit that live button and make sure you're all the way caught up too.
All right.
But here, I'll play it one more time for the fam. Let's see who hears it in the chat real quick. Andrea Hippie Cowgirl hears it. David hears it. Yeah, guys, it is definitely saying, it says it's the evil, and then there's some like gibberish after it, but it's a direct response and it's immediate. I say, why would you be trapped or stuck here? He goes, it's the evil. And then think about what Joe was just saying. Joe was saying it seems like the house collects souls, and it's almost like the first season of American Horror Story, where the house collected soul. And wow, the house, it kind of has that vibe. It kind of has that American Horror Story vibe to it. And I think there is something collecting souls there. I would not want to pass away on that property or that piece of land. That would be scary. Anna Bolin heard it. That's what's up.
Yeah, I heard it.
You heard it? So it says it's the evil. So literally your question was like, why would they be stuck there? Why would they be trapped here? Are they being collected? And it goes, it's the evil. And I think there are soul snares. Like, for instance, like a demon can set up shop somewhere and collect souls, especially if some very dark, evil stuff has happened, or if someone has called on that demon to come into this world. And for instance, there was a doctor there, like you were talking about, that owned it. And there was some terrible practices that went on. And I'm sure that energy was feeding whatever dark, evil energy is there, or whatever might have been lurking originally. And also, this is in Indiana. And guys, Indiana haunts are different. There's a lot of just incredibly dark, spooky Indiana haunts. And this one's not even in the northern part of Indiana. So it gets worse and worse. The further up you go, Indiana, the worse the hauntings get. And here's the thing. You don't have to be at a location to feel it. You can be driving down the road. When I drive down the interstate in northern Indiana, I can tell that something's off. I can tell. It feels like the Dark Tower. I always say it feels like the Dark Tower, the Stephen King series. It feels like that tower is in northern Indiana, and it feels like just all the evil energy. There's like a vortex or a portal that's like open in the earth, just being, and just energies just coming out of it and being sucked into it up there in Indiana, especially once you pass Indianapolis, especially. So I do think the Spirit was telling us the truth there. While we say, why would you be trapped or stuck here? And it goes, it's the evil. I think that Spirit is telling the truth.
That's unfortunate because there have been several children that have died there, and maybe more. I know that doctor, him and his wife used to take in orphans, and I don't mean to disparage them. I don't know the whole story, but apart from that, there was several kids that died there, and that's sad.
Yeah, and I've always thought that maybe the spirit world has some type of rules or leverage to get kid spirits out of situations. Like if a soul or a spirit is been on the earth plane for a certain amount of time, that it can be taken back to the spirit world more easily, and maybe they can retrieve that soul with minimum interference. But it's hard to say. It's very hard to say. And also, I'm sure you've heard about the mass grave that's out back, and they think the mass burial site is right under where the garage is. And we did some sessions out there, and we only got. We'll get to that in a second. So let's continue this session here. So we just got that one. I'll play that one again where it says it's the evil, because right after it says leave. So let's play that one more time.
Why would you be trapped here? Why would you be stuck? Are you upset that no one found you?
Leave. There was the leave. Right there.
Leave.
Now, talk. So now I hand the phone. So here in like a minute, I hand the phone to Laura. Or no, wait. Do I? Yeah.
Ask if he'll talk to you.
Hello.
Hi. Something. Keep going.
This is crazy. So I hand the phone to Laura, and she says, hello. It goes, help. Hi. There's a spirit there. And when it says there's a spirit there, it's while I'm talking. So it's like under me talking. But check it out.
Ask if he'll talk to you.
Hello.
Hi. Something. Keep going.
That's so crazy. Let's play it again.
Ask if he'll talk to you.
Hello.
Yeah, I think that is what it says.
Hi.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's so clear.
Hello.
The help and the hi are super clear, and then I'm slowing it down on this one.
Hi. Something.
And then there's a spirit there while I'm talking, but you can still hear it.
Hi. Something. Keep going.
And so that's pretty direct. That's a direct hello, hi response there. And then right after that, she says, talk to us. Can you tell us your name? And he goes, I can't.
Hi. Something. Keep going.
Talk to us and tell us your name.
I can't.
I can't.
Talk to us and tell us your name.
I can't. It's so clear and direct. That's incredible.
I can.
I don't even think that's the same guy talking, do you?
So here's the tricky thing with the ITC devices. They have to use whatever signal is available. So his voice can be modulated to sound like a woman or a child. It is possible that it's a different spirit, but actually it gets a little wilder through here, and it's possible that a female spirit did come in, because check out this next set of responses. So I asked, do you know her name? And it actually says her last name loud and clear. Check this out.
Do you know her name? Whoa.
No.
Right there.
That was a
Duncan.
Duncan.
Yeah,
Whoa.
No.
right there.
That was a
And
Duncan.
it's a female spirit there again.
Whoa.
No. thought it said Duncan.
It did. So that's a direct response. And then I go, it did, didn't it? And it goes, yeah, check this out.
No, it did, didn't it? Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, it did, didn't it? Yeah. And then he said, yeah.
That whisper, that's nuts. So that part right there, so that's another direct response back and forth. Do you know her name? Duncan. It did, didn't it? Yeah. And then I ask, and then she asks, let's see, I think one of us definitely asks, is this the man who fell in here talking? And it goes, why yes, hi.
Is this the man who fell in here talking to us?
Why yes, hi. Check
The
that
man
out.
who fell in here talking to us? Talking
That's
to us?
crazy.
That's just like having a conversation with somebody right there in the room, isn't it?
It is, and I was feeling that presence, and guys, here's the thing: I didn't understand just how good of evidence we were getting in there, or I would have stayed in there all night. I really wish we had gone back in this room. I really wish we'd come back later and kept talking, because this is back and forth talking to a spirit. And guys, this is not the everyday norm. Most of the time you get like one section of this, you know. This has gone on for like, where it's like 6 minutes straight talking to him. So at one point, and here's the thing, like Joe was saying, it could be two spirits. It could be a woman that was talking to Laura and that said her name, and then when the man starts coming back through, she says, is this the man who fell? And he goes, why yes, hi. And so it could absolutely be two spirits. Now check this out. There is a part where it almost says Henderson. In real time I thought it did. It says like break Henderson, and it's kind of a stretch. It's like break Henderson. Play it again. It might say Henderson now that I'm listening to it again. Yeah, it almost says like break Henderson, and then shortly after that it goes, I'm insane when I fell. And this might be him talking about like maybe he was stressed to the bone and he felt insane. I'm going to play this again.
Yeah.
Here, I'll put it on normal speed. So it's like, I'm insane when I fell.
Yeah.
And then fell.
Fell.
Fell is real clear. When I fell. And so I think that might be him talking about it. And Joe, at this point, I think it's clear that we definitely are talking to the guy who fell in there, and maybe there's a woman spirit in there with us as well. Would you agree with that assessment?
I definitely agree that you made direct contact with the guy that lost his life in the tub, and I don't know. You know, the more I listen to it, maybe that's who answered Laura as well. I can't tell. It seems like there's a male and a female, but now that you told me about the modulation, I don't want to. I'm not as comfortable with it now.
Understandable. However, I don't think there's any way that Henderson would have known her last name.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But maybe he did. Maybe he heard it or saw it or something. But it's at least the guy who fell in there. At least.
Absolutely. I thought it was a female, but I just don't know now.
Right. It's hard to say with these things. But there is one more response that I think is pretty good. We go, what do you think about the people coming through here? And clear as day, it says this.
What do you think about all the people coming through here?
Desperation. He goes, desperation. I'll play it again. Here.
About all the people coming through here.
That's nuts. It's so clear. One more time.
What do you think about all the people coming through here? Whoa.
Crystal clear. And guys, that's as far as I've gotten on reviewing this. So there could be a whole nother set of responses that I haven't gotten to yet. But that's as far as I've gotten on there. So, Joe, do you hear that desperation?
I do.
Is that not the craziest, like most direct, deep voice coming through like right after?
It is. Why would that be the answer? What do you think that is?
Well, I've got a couple of ideas on it. I think that either the guy is saying that the ghost hunters coming through are desperate and he doesn't like that, or he's referring to his own desperation. Like maybe he's not answering the question directly. Maybe he's just saying how he feels, because he said fell out of nowhere, and maybe he's just talking about the desperation that he feels. And
I would think if you were immobilized and knew that nobody was going to find you, you might have that desperate feeling. You know, like if I could just get up, or if I could just say something, but you know, that's just speculation.
That's a great point. That's a great point. And he might have been feeling that desperation so strong that maybe he didn't even mean to say that. Maybe it just came through. Maybe it just came out. Because the spirits, they don't have a physical vessel like we do and a brain to put together these all these words and a mouth to vibrate out the words into existence. They are existing in a pure form of energy, and that energy contains emotions, and usually it contains the strongest emotions that they've been feeling or that they had felt. And that desperation might have just came out without him intending it. But it is clear as day. I'm going to play it one more time here.
What do you think about all the people coming through here?
And it's weird because I'll play it again.
What do you think about
it starts out with a high tone and then it goes low, and it's weird to hear that on here. I'm going to slow it down.
The people coming through here.
It starts off high tone and then
Think
goes
about all
low.
the people coming through here.
And I've never heard it do that before. That's very, very strange that it would come through like that. And I do believe that was a spirit talking. And guys, here's the thing. For the longest time, I've been not against applications, but I've been very pro-tuner oriented. I've been pro-spirit box, pro-ghost box, pro-hack shack. And the applications, they produce, they're constantly producing false positives when there's not a spirit around. And so what I mean is that they're constantly spitting out things that sound like words over and over and over again. And that's why I didn't like using them. And I also found that a lot of times the darker spirits are able to use the applications a lot easier than just the regular human spirits. It seems like the human spirits exist on a frequency scale, and the spirit boxes kind of tap into that a bit, and it makes it a little bit easier for them to like transmit the signal, their energy, the message. But with the applications, that it's not working on a frequency principle. It's working purely on vibration and randomness. It's working on the vibration principle, where spirits can change the vibration of the sound frequencies, and the random principle, where spirits can seemingly influence random events. However, I have found that when in the presence of a spirit that is in the room with us, somehow they're able to talk to us through the applications. And specifically, the Spiritus app is the one I've had the best luck with, but I haven't tried any more of them. And fam, I want to talk to you all about that a little bit later. I'm going to be going on a little bit of an equipment hunt, where I'm going to be buying a new set of equipment in order for us to investigate, because it is time. It is time to update the gear arsenal. It's time to build some new stuff. It's time to really revamp this as far as equipment goes and get it going for the next stretch of 2021 and into 2022. And yeah, Robert mentions the Phasma box. I got to try out the Phasma box. I know Sean uses the Phasma box and gets good luck with it. And then one of my buddies uses the Echo Vox, and they got good results with it. I seen Sean run the Echo Vox through the Gateway and get decent results. But nonetheless, Joe, when you hear this conversation, this direct back and forth conversation, does it not seem like there is a spirit, an entity in there talking with us?
Absolutely. It's I heard the responses watching it through the first time, and kind of like you, I don't know, I didn't string it all together or something, but it's, I think there would have been a conversation with more equipment and more time, I don't know how I missed it the first time, but absolutely you're in communication with something.
Right. And that's another thing. It's hard to really process all the data that's coming through when you're on location, or even during the first run through of listening to it. It is hard, and it takes a lot of focus, a lot of equipment, and it helps having someone there with you that you trust and can work with. That really helps. And it also helps to review it like we're reviewing it now.
It does. I think just like there are things that are trying to help that communication, I also feel like there are things that try to stop it.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're out in an area, like apart from tingling skin and all that, sometimes you'll get cold for no reason, or hot for no reason, or you'll get tired. That's happened a lot. You just all of a sudden get worn down, like the energy's been drawn away. I think there are things that are also trying to stop that communication, as well as there are things trying to help it.
I agree with that. And I think, going back to what we were talking about earlier, I think the reason that we were able to get that communication in this house is because there might be something blocking those energies that normally govern the communication with spirits. Because if there is a soul snare there, if there is evil entities, that have staked out the house and have control over this land and are keeping the spirits stuck, then they would be able to dictate what gets through and who communicates. And so it's definitely possible that there are certain areas where communication's easier, and there's certain areas where communication may be impossible. Now, I think a lot of that has to do with the veil too, and the properties of the veil at any given time, whether the moon, what phase the moon's in, the tides of the waters, the Schumann resonance, the frequency of the earth, and the general frequency of the area that you're attempting communication in. So I think all of that plays a big role in what we're able to extract as far as evidence goes.
The more I think about it, I think that desperation is kind of a taunt, more than maybe it's not that guy that was in the tub.
You think it's a taunt?
Well, it's kind of like you all were talking to him, and then all of a sudden there's like these tricks going on the other side of the room. Like, oh, look, I know the name, and oh, this is what you all are doing. It's sort of like maybe it's trying to move the conversation away. I'm just speculating again.
That's interesting though, and the way that desperation is, it sounds unlike anything that I've heard coming through there, because it starts off at a normal tone and then it drops its pitch as if someone pitch bended it all the way down. It goes desperation. Very strange.
Yeah, like that in a way could describe investigators, or all of us. We're very interested as to what goes on after this, and we pay attention to those sorts of things, and maybe something that would know and wouldn't have our best interest at heart would kind of be like, ha, you want to know, but you won't. And I'm going to make sure you don't talk to the people that can tell you.
Right. Yeah, I think there are energies that try to help us with it, but I think there are energies that try to mess it up as much as possible. Now, the last thing I want to go over here before I let you go here is the timestamps that you sent me. So give me a second to pull those up and we'll go over. So Joe was on the lookout with the SLS evidence, and he found some good orbs and some good SLS stuff for us to go over. And before I get to that, I got to get a big shout out to my man Bill Prack, throwing down 25. Oh wait, where'd it go? Throwing down 25 on the epic PayPal donations. Look at this. Bill is throwing it down big on the PayPal. And guys, since it's a PayPal donation, can we see the blue fire, the blue flames in the chat? If you have access to the custom blue fire emoji, let's see it in the chat for our man Bill Prack, throwing it down big on the PayPal. Bill, thank you for being here. Thank you for saying it's been a great review. Thank you for lighting it up. And guys, Bill always has our back. He's always looking out for us, always making sure that we're keeping it as lit as possible. Bill, thank you so much for the huge PayPal donation. Also, I'm going to throw some of these blue flames in the chat just because I can. There we go. Boom. And for those of you who may have just joined, or if I should have put, Joe, I should have put a picture of you and your name up on the screen so that way people coming in and out could know who I've been talking to. But I've been talking to the Joe Watchman, aka my stepdad. And guys, I've been doing this thing where like everyone in the family has been on the streams over the past couple weeks, and I think it's actually been a good thing. So I've definitely enjoyed it, and we're about to go over some evidence that Joe has time-stamped personally as far as the visual evidence goes on the Waverly Hill stream. And so I'm pulling that up now. If I can get to the text message here. Here we go.
While you're looking, I'm not sure what those things are. If you in the chat looks at them and decides there's something else, I'd be willing to accept it, because I'm definitely not an expert.
Well, I'm not either. So we will check it out and we'll all analyze it together and we'll see what we can determine. Either way, I'm sure they'll be fun to look at the very least. All right, so it's for some reason my stream is not loading here. Let's refresh it.
Are you moving?
Yeah, my feet were.
Okay. Don't freaking do that. I'm on edge. All right, here, let me see the gateway.
All right, so I'm
just
going
gonna
to skip to the time.
We're here.
Okay, so keep your eyes out. There should be a... Oh, wait, no one's seeing anything. Here. Oh, there
Whoa. Whoa.
All right, hold
here.
up. Interesting.
Whoa.
It comes this way. So it starts here. You can faintly see it here, and it goes... Wiggle, 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 and then just, like, floats. It goes like... It makes, like, a backwards L, if you will, or a J shape. So here, let's play it again. All right, it comes from over here. It comes from over here. It goes boom, and then it goes up this way. Do y'all see that?
Whoa.
And then the way it takes off at the end is very interesting. I'm going to mute the audio here so we can watch it. The way it takes off there at the end is very... It really starts booking at the end when it starts making that angle, and it goes up, and then right there it goes like boom. I slowed it way down here. Watch it going up, and it goes boom. That's pretty cool. So here's the thing: Waverly is a dusty place. However, I'm not seeing any indication of additional dust in the corners of the screen. So on this SLS, you would see, some kind of indication of dust or flurries or something if it was a definitive piece of dust. Also, the way it moves isn't usual of dust. It makes a sharp angle and then picks up speed at the end, which is pretty interesting. So Joe, I would say great timestamp on that one. Ooh, oh, and Joe had the foresight here to timestamp the incident with the ball. Very smart. Let's go ahead and check that out. All right, so I kicked the ball over there. Let me back it up to where I kicked the ball.
You see the ball on the ground? Not no more.
I dare you.
I paid. That ball is still moving around. It just hit the pole again. Whoa, and then a map appeared!
That's
Because
crazy.
the ball kept moving and hitting the pole, and then a map appeared beside it. Are you messing with the ball? Here, there's a knob on that gateway that says level. Do you see it? Here, I can maybe get it.
Yeah, right there.
Do you see it? Here, I can maybe get it.
Yeah.
It says level. Do you see it? Here, I can maybe get it.
I don't know if that was Laura faintly talking, but after I say
On that gateway that says level. Do you see it? Here, I can maybe
after
get
I say do you see it, there's a spirit that says, or there's like a whisper, it sounds like a spirit to me that says thank
up
you.
on that gateway that says level. Do you see it? Here, I can maybe
Right there.
get it.
It's like, here, I'm going to slow it
The
down.
way that says level. Do you see it? Here, I can
Yeah, there's definitely
maybe.
thank.
Do you see it? Here, I
Right
can
after I say do you see,
maybe.
it's like thank.
Do you see it? Here, I can maybe get it.
Yeah, right there.
All right, so this gets crazier. So here, let's keep watching here because the spirit starts doing some other stuff with the.
Can you make a
with the
noise
ball.
over there if that's really you? Or can you try and push the ball?
Yeah, I mean, like you give an instruction or two there, and it seems like it's trying to comply.
Keep trying.
All right, here. Let's
Oh
look,
my God.
It literally is trying. You're right. So exactly what Joe just said. I give the instruction and it tries. Where did I
Keep
say
trying.
that? Right there.
Oh my God.
I mean, you could just.
It looks like it's trying to
imagine
eat it.
hands trying to push across the top of that ball and make it roll.
Right.
Can you
and
make the ball make a noise?
Then there was an orb flying through right there. Right there.
Can you
there it
make the
goes.
ball make a noise? Are you coming over here? Here, come over here. Or can you throw your arm up and wave at us? Just try and wave. Look, I'm seeing you. Look, they threw his arm. He threw his arm up.
There's a voice in
His
the
arm. He
distance
threw his
there.
arm up.
Do you hear that? There's a that could maybe
His
it's one
arm.
of the
He threw
other
his
team
arm up.
members. It says I'm
Threw his arm. He
trapped.
threw his arm up.
Oh, listen to that. It says I'm
Look,
trapped.
they threw
Hold
his
up.
arm. He threw his arm up.
Right there.
He
Or maybe
threw
it
his
says,
arm up.
maybe it's saying Ventura. Or no, there's definitely something there.
Look, they threw his arm. He threw his arm up.
Interesting.
Look.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
This is crazy.
Yeah, hello. Bro, I see you.
Whoa.
Hello. Bro, I see you. Here, okay. Here, try and use this. Laura's holding a gateway. See if you can get your message through the gateway. Laura's holding a gateway.
Whoa.
See if you can get your message through.
Came from
Use
that
this.
spot. Look.
Laura's holding a gateway.
All right, so there was a handful of them there, and they're all going up. So
You can get your
those
message.
could
Try and
be
use
dust.
this. Laura's holding a gateway.
You
See
see,
if you
there's like a handful of them. They go all the way up off the screen, so those might be dust. And then hold on, there's another stamp here. Oregon, same spot, 351.40. Let's see what happens on this one here.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa!
Were you trying to hit? Whoa. Were you trying to hit the ball?
I can't tell.
Alex,
So, but Joe, would you agree? It looked like the spirit was trying to move the ball.
Completely. That's kind of what caught my attention. Is it seemed like it was responding. The ball moved. It said thanks. You give it some things like try to move the ball, try to wave. Each time it changes, and then when we lose the map, we get this. And yeah, it could be dust, but up to that point, it's already a worthy capture, and that little black spot, is just kind of like a cherry. It's already a great sundae with ice cream and everything.
Right. That's a good way of putting it. And here's another thing, guys. Even if it is dust, that dust is still representing movement. And so there's some kind of movement happening coming from back there towards us, from the spirit towards us. And so that's interesting to note as well. And it definitely seemed like that spirit was doing everything it could to try and move that ball, which was absolutely incredible. So I do want to pull up the next round of stamps here and see what we got. It is at 409.15, potential orb. let's pull this up here. 409.15. There we go. And let's let it roll.
All right, so you got to get that clip
Whoa,
on
is
this
that it
rubber.
right there?
All right, so you got to get that clip on this rubber band. It's really difficult. You need two
I was
hands to
about to
do
say,
it.
if I had two hands, I could do it.
Here, let me.
But the camera
Right
kinda
there.
goes in between the.
Not close.
And then hold on, there's another one too. So that was the first one, and then there's one at 4:10:04.
Nice. Teamwork. You got.
Oh, there's a
Moonlight
map.
is
Hold
so
up, there's a
bright.
map.
This is nuts, guys. The moonlight is so bright.
Look,
that my
there's a
cell
map
phone
out
might not
there.
mind screen. What was that? It sounded like an alarm.
Whoa!
What was that? It sounded like an alarm.
Whoa!
What was that?
You see how it
Sound
looks
like
like
an
it comes
alarm.
right out of the map?
It does.
This is nuts, guys. The moonlight is so bright that my cell
There was
phone might
three
not mind
times
screen.
that there
What was
a
that?
little bitty short map in 3 different areas.
It sounded like
Each
an
time there's
alarm.
a black orb that comes right afterwards.
That's wild. I didn't even see that map in real time.
Yeah, guys, you're not gonna see the moonlight on the SLS camera.
That was crazy. That was awesome.
It's kind of what prompted me to ask about it being a kid, because each time it looks like it's a short map, you know, no matter where it shows up. And then there's always that black orb associated
Wow,
with
that
it
looks like
shortly
daytime.
thereafter. And that particular one, you know, it looks like it comes right out of it.
Yeah. That one it really did. And that was like right at 4:10. Let's go back to that. There's the map. It almost looks like he throws the orb.
Exactly.
That's wild. Yeah, he like raises his arm up and then the orb comes floating out. Sending a ball of energy our way. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty freaking crazy. That's a good map too. So, and then let me make sure we got one more here. 4:18:44. Let's see what this is. And Joe, great stamps, by the way. These are amazing. That one was freaking awesome. All right, let's check this bad boy out. Bringing the audio back on here. Whoa, that looked pretty intense.
Creepy whispers.
So, whenever you see like a group of them, it could definitely be dust. But that first one, right there, that one doesn't look perfectly round. Or it's just booking. It's just booking. And look how much bigger it gets. It definitely comes from a distance. That looks like a freaking being. Or like it looks like something with mass.
There was several there during that time that you all set the camera, and it all seems to be kind of focused at the door coming outward.
Yeah, like those right there. And so, do you see the ones on the side? Those are, whenever you see those flurries, those are definitely dust. But that first one really looked unique. It really looked strange. Hell yeah. Joe, those were some good stamps, if I do say so myself. Yes, here's the thing, guys. I still have a lot to review. So I haven't reviewed hardly any of all of it. Because think about it, there's like 6 hours of Waverly, and then there's, let's see, an hour and a half plus an hour and a half. So there's 3 hours of Whispers Estate plus all the filming we did not on live streaming, which also we went to the basement. Did we live stream that? Where was it? That was the outside one right here. Yeah, we go to the basement, and guys, we didn't get anything in the basement that I heard in real time. But here's the thing. We go back on review. Maybe it's the most active session I've ever had in my life. Also, we did have a session in the kitchen where we got a handful of direct responses. That was pretty cool. And maybe, just maybe, there's... Oh, and at the end of this, so guys, the stream cut. So at the Whispers Estate stream, we're in the attic. Laura and me start getting some of the creepiest stuff of the night, but the stream had cut. It cut like the last 3 to 5 minutes. Thankfully, she was recording with the full spec cam, so we still have that session captured on tape, and I'll be able to review that and see what we got. But all in all, Whispers Estate, it felt like... And here's the thing, guys. In my personal experience, the full moon has not been a good night for evidence. I don't usually get crazy evidence on the full moon. It's like maybe there's too much moon energy. There's too much sunlight reverberating off the moon in the weird way it like reflects part of the sunlight, and it's just like bathing everything in this energy that the spirits can't overcome. And so I've found that the 99 full moon, the night before the full moon, I've gotten some of my best activity ever. I am going to start researching the new moon because I've had one of my craziest nights ever was on the new moon. There's been some research that Sean has talked to me about regarding 3 days before and after the new moon is usually a really good time as well. So I'm going to be doing experiments on the moon phases and keeping track of what kind of evidence we get during these times, during the new moon and full moon different cycles. And we will document that with statistics, like how many EVPs of Class A, how many pieces of evidence, how many visual captures, that kind of thing. Cheryl throwing it down on the super chat. Cheryl Hayford with the I've never seen that super sticker. Check out that super sticker right there. Boss mode, boss on the biceps. Cheryl, do you see me lifting over here? Is that what you can't even, guys, I wear these dark clothes. You can't even tell what I look like. But Cheryl knows. Cheryl knows from the energy that I'm over here lifting. Cheryl, thank you so much for lighting it up. Guys, let's see some fire in the chat. All right, so Joe, that's all the evidence I had for review. Do you have any final thoughts, final words, or anything you want to say to the fam here before I let you go? Nice.
Yeah, that was my dog voice. No, just, man, I would recommend anybody go back through and look at those, especially both of those were almost just every minute there was something new going on. And especially up on the upper floors of Waverly. And like I said, I don't know if they're dust or orbs, but some of those seemed so attached to the conversations and the maps and the mood that it's hard to dismiss all of them as environment.
Right.
I would say that if anybody's interested, you could lose hour after hour trying to go back through that, and I think you'll be rewarded. That was a good trip, both of those.
Hell yeah. So I agree. There is a lot going on the SLS there, and there is a lot of conversation that we were able to find as well. And we're just getting started as far as the review goes. This is just some of the evidence that we captured at just some points on here. So there's a lot more for us to look at, a lot more to review over the coming weeks. Look at this beautiful range of fire in the chat. Look, this is extremely beautiful. I love the custom flames. I just absolutely love it. And Leslie Murphy, thank you so much for lighting it up on the super chat. Thank you for throwing it down. Eric, you are awesome. YouTube, love y'all. Leslie, you are amazing. Thank you so much for being part of the fam. Thank you for being here with me, your boy, and reviewing this. Leslie, thank you. You are incredible. And guys, thank you all for lighting up the chat with such beautiful colors. I love it. I freaking love it. And Joe, thank you for being here with me. Hopefully we'll do a review again, and maybe we'll do an investigation again, which would be lit. Also, we've got to review the stuff from the jail. We still haven't really reviewed all of that yet, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe we'll do that for our next review.
Sounds good. I'm it's interesting to me. I'm happy to to look at that stuff. It's really neat, and you always find more after the fact. It's a shame, but it's true.
It's true. That's very true. All right, well, Joe, I'll text you after I get off camera, okay?
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
All right, bye. All right, shout out Joe Watchman on the review with your boy. So guys, I should have put up the picture and his name. That would have made it, it would have looked cooler. But yeah, can we get a shout out for Joe Watchman being on air, reviewing the evidence with me, keeping up with everything. Joe, thank you so much. That was freaking awesome. And then guys, look at that. Hell yeah. And so before I go tonight, I wanted to talk to y'all about the new gear situation. I want to buy. So here's the thing. REM pods don't go off much anymore. And that's fine. But what if we had a whole bunch of REM pods from a whole different manufacturers and we had them all over? That way we could know when anything has enough electromagnetic energy to break the field around the antennas, we would know where that's at. I think that's the next step. There's Joe Watchman in the chat right now. Hell yeah. And look at, I love the colors. Guys, I think I'm going to go with this purple flame. The one that Cheryl's using right here. I think I'm going to go with that one. I'll probably get rid of this one right there. Because this one looks good. Not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, so I'm thinking we go with a bunch of REM pods, different manufacturers, have them set up all over the place. EM pumps. I want to get some new EM pumps. Some ones that work on different principles, some ones that have different ranges. Also, I've got to redo my SLS security system. And I'm going to need some tablets. So guys, basically, I'm about to put it all in. I'm about to go ham. And I want to, in order to do this, I need to find a way to give you all more. And I think I'm going to start doing that by doing sessions in the house again like I used to do. And I think I'm going to use that table in the meantime while I get this room set up for the big experiment that we're going to be doing with the spirit boxes. So I think that's going to be the plan moving forward, is we're going to start doing the sessions, and we're going to start doing them on modern events. We're going to start doing the call out sessions again for people who feel like there's a loved one trying to come through. And here's the thing, guys, I don't just do every call out session. It has to be something, because I can tell when I'm going to connect like really well. I can tell, like with Dory's, when we did the one with Dory. When I looked at that picture she sent me, I just knew right away that we were going to make contact. And then back in the day when Braden asked me to contact his buddy Tyler on the other side, T-Saw, and as soon as I saw his picture, I knew we were going to make contact, and we did. So that's going to be some of the plans moving forward. Also, Sean Austin and me are going to be doing another road trip to hell. That's right. And it's going to be starting May 6th. Well, he's going to be on the road a little bit earlier. So I don't think he'll be live streaming until like May 5th though. But basically next week, guys, a week from today. Holy crap. A week from today, your boys are going to be back out on the road. And so that'll be awesome. Road trip to Hell 5. It's going to be awesome. Oh yeah, Frankie came through. That's right. Frankie Amirez. That was a great session. There's been a handful of sessions that have been really good with Frankie. Arden Paranormal. Yes, with the drone. I'm going to make the poster first so y'all can see it. I want to get that exactly right. And then we're going to get the Mavic Air 2. And that's going to, guys, I'm going to be getting all the equipment that we've been talking about for so long. I'm just going to be getting, I'm going to be doing a lot of EM pumps and REM pods I'll get a couple extra spirit boxes because I want to modify them, guys. I want to start doing. Do you remember the crystal, copper, gold box? Oh yeah. Oops. The crystal, copper, gold box. It was a spirit box where I took out the normal antenna and I replaced it with a piece of copper, coiled it around with there was a crystal, a quartz crystal in it, and I coiled it around it, and it had a piece of gold wrapped around the copper as well. And that one worked pretty awesome. So I want to start doing more custom antennas. Guys, the copper antenna just seemed to work really well on the spirit box. I don't know why, but it did. It worked really well. And I really want to figure out if I can fix my yellow Jensen. I wonder if Pops can fix the one I currently have. Yvonne throwing it down for the goods. That's what we should put. For the goods. Yvonne, that's a great way. Great way of putting it. Let's see some fire for our girl Yvonne. Spirit Stalker fam. Lighting it up for the goods. Oh. Let's set up like that. I don't think it will. It kind of does. That kind of works. Kind of works. Yvonne, thank you so much. Guys, what I'll do, I'll get like a list together because I want to build some new devices too. I'll get a list together of all the equipment I'm going to be getting, and then we can just like, you know, we can put our heads together and see what's what. I also want to get that freaking, there's a night vision phone out now, and it's like $400. I wonder if it's, because they said they were going to raise it to like $550 after the first couple weeks, but I really hope that they don't. Why does it say I haven't been to this yet? Oh no. What is this? Marketing? Alright, it says 370. 781 sold. Oh my goodness. Yeah, guys, there's a new smartphone that can do night vision, and I don't know if it can do night vision while doing YouTube, but I know it can do night vision video recording, or at least that's what they said in on their YouTube comment. I commented on their YouTube asking if it could do video recording, and it said yes, or they said yes. I want to try that out. There's a $70 night vision attachment for USB-C phones that I want to try. For some reason that wasn't loaded. All right, here's the regular page. Yeah, 370. Yvonne says, can you imagine a drone with the recorder and us doing Clover method secretly spying on spirits? That actually, that's not a bad idea. The principle of leaving something, like having something recording where the spirits may or may not know you're recording, I feel like that gets a lot of good evidence. And guys, when I was at the Sally house, I'd closed out the session, I'd packed all my stuff up and left, and I told the spirits, I was like, look, you know, it's over, I'm leaving, we're done. But then I had to go back in. And when I went back in is when it got crazy. So I want to start doing experiments like that where like we leave and then come back unexpectedly. Or like we leave and set up some like hidden cameras and see if the spirits start talking, start moving stuff, start doing stuff. Why would the shipping be $3.33? That is suspicious, if I do say so myself. But yeah, guys, I really want this phone. I really freaking want it. And I guarantee, like, if it works decent enough, then maybe I would use it. You know, maybe I'd use it all the time. But I'm worried that it'll be one of those things that it's like okay, and I end up not using it a bunch, you know? But yeah, I wish I could just like go to a store and try it out, but you can't. You've got to buy it. You got to freaking buy it. Yeah, David, I was at the Sally house, and I ended up staying there by myself for a while. It was intense. It was very, very, very intense. Also, I have a 4K video I filmed at the Sally house, and it is creepy as hell. We go to the basement because y'all were like, go to the basement, go to the basement. I was like, I'm here by myself, fam. And you're like, go to the basement, just go to the basement. It'll be fine. We're with you. We're with you. And so I listened to you. I listened to y'all, and I went to the basement, and it was freaky as hell. There was something that like made a weird growling like noise under the steps. You could hear like movement, and then all of a sudden a female voice comes over the camera, and she goes like, she's like, please stay with me, or something like it, and it's so freaky. Summer, I will look at it right now. Let's check it out. Yeah, the Sally house. Yeah, I have to release that video. Oh my goodness. Here, real quick. I got to get a shout out to my girl, Lori H. Lori H. throwing it down big on the epic Facebook donations. Lori, thank you so much for throwing it down on the Facebook donations. Guys, Lori knows Facebook donations are free to use, no fees, goes through immediately. Lori, that is big. That is freaking big. Guys, can we see some blue fire, blue flames, blue hearts, blue diamonds in the chat? Let's blue it up because it's a Facebook donation. And Lori threw it down big. Incredible. If I do say so myself. Lori, you're amazing. And Lori, I don't know if you heard earlier, but I will be on the road a week from today. Ya boy's back on the road. That's right. That's freaking right. I'll be on the road. Can I see? Let's see. Oh my goodness, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's right, that's right, that's right. I need to talk to D-Rock. Because, guys, I got a special thing happening at Post Town next month. And shout out Sandy Wolf sending something to the P.O. box. I'm going to have to go check that. I'm going to have to go check that. In the summer, I'm looking for the message that you sent here. Here we go. Turn my brightness here. I'll send it to the computer. I think I see it here. I'll send it to here. I'll save it and then I'll send it to the computer. Doo-doo-doo. All right, real quick, before we look at this, we got Mama Epic, Trixie Cat, and Joe Watchman throwing down 50 on the PayPal. Let's go. Thank you Thank you, thank you. Also, shout out Joe Watchman being on the stream. Shout out Mama Epic Trixie Cat being so awesome. And thank you for the big PayPal donation. Guys, the PayPal is similar to the Facebook. You select gift. Make sure to select gift whenever you do the donation. And it goes through immediately with no fees, free to use. The PayPal is absolutely huge, and they're lighting it up big. And guys, because it's 50 or over, we can black out the chat with the black fire. That's what I love. Is that right? Let me make sure that's right. That's huge. That is freaking huge. Seriously, Mama, Joe, thank you all so much. That is incredible. That is freaking incredible. And then here, let's check out this picture that Summer sent. So on this picture here, she is pointing out some type of apparition here. Now, I personally haven't seen exactly what she's seeing here, but I do see, it looks like there's something strange here. Maybe it almost looks like a mask right there, but I can't tell if it's matrixing from the, what's it called, from the tapestry. Here, let's see if we can brighten up the image a little bit, maybe see what's going on here. Oh, there's a picture from Post Town I haven't shown you guys yet. I'll have to show you on the next one. We're running out of time. Guys, there is a picture from Post Town and that I took on the Note 9, and there is something there, and it's so weird and odd looking. It's so, oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to show you guys that, and that I'll be showing that soon. We'll show that Saturday, plus Sandy Wolf's, I'll have Sandy Wolf's P.O. Box package, which will be dope. All right, let's boost the brightness on this. Boost it all the way up. So yeah, I'm kind of seeing, I don't know, again, I don't know if it's matrixing or not, but I do see like maybe like a head here. But again, it could definitely be matrixing from the tapestry having so many spots on it. Oh. See, the contrast on this preview thing doesn't work very well. Oh, that works a little better. And guys, if y'all ever like find any evidence, especially the visual stuff, definitely send it to me. Summer sent this to me via Messenger, and if you can do that, or you can do email, either way. But yeah, if y'all ever find anything in the streams, please absolutely send it to me. There is, oh yeah, so I showed you all the picture of the wolf at Laura's apartment. Like, it's like a wolf peeking behind her mirror. That one's pretty crazy. And then the one from Post Town, I don't know how I could show it to you. And we're out of time. We're actually out of time. I'll show it to you Saturday, guys. Just remind me. There's a picture from Post Town, and it's freaking dope. Those pictures are cool too. And then I'll keep you all updated on the gear too. I'm going to order some gear tonight, and then Saturday I will reveal what we have ordered. King Danelle, you never seen the wolf? Oh, it's good. It's good. I don't know if I still got it on here. Because, guys, I cleared my desktop, and now I don't know where nothing's at. You know, maybe I could find it. Hold up. Maybe I could find it. It'd be in the newer screens, I believe. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, it would have been more recent. No, it'd be in downloads because I had to send it to myself. That's right. Now your boy's thinking about stuff. There it is. I found it. I found it. Like a boss. All right, this is for King Danelle. This King Danelle ain't seen it yet. All right, so check this out. So right here, you're thinking, what, Eric? That's a normal freaking image, buddy. You're not fooling me. That's a normal image. Well, I will tell you what. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is totally normal. But let me show you a little bit of what I'm seeing here. I forgot I have to make it small and then zoom in. Alright, so now check this out. Look here. Here's the mirror. Here's the mirror, right? Look behind here. What do we have here? It looks like our little wolf friend. Looks like little Wolfie. Little Wolfie behind the mirror here. See this bad boy? And here, guys, here's what caught my attention initially. It looks like there's like a phantom in the mirror right here. You see these eyes? See these freaking eyes? And so what had happened was I had woken up right when the sunrise was coming through our window, and it looked really cool. So I was just snapping photos of the sunrise coming through her window with this tapestry here with the crows and whatnot. So I was taking some pics. Now here's what happens if we bring the brightness all the way up. You can see the ear, eye, nose. We can zoom in further too. Let's zoom in a little further here. Look at this. And then it still looks like a phantom with some slit eyes over here in the mirror. And guys, I tell you what, when I'm at Laura's apartment, I swear it feels like there's some type of energy, some kind of weirdness there. It's strange. It is strange. And I can feel, like, sometimes I feel it so strong that it freaks me out. Other times, it's like, it's not bad. Other times, it's not bad, not bothersome, but sometimes it's just overwhelming. But yeah, you got the wolf, then you got these eyes. I don't know what's going on. And then, like, if you examine this for a while, it looks like something like the, I don't know, like those could be ears or something. I don't know. But this is the flash from the camera. But yeah, there's the wolf peeking behind the mirror. Very wild. So King Danelle, I don't know if you're still in here, but there is the wolf. And I guess I could, up the contrast or something. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. And guys, for years we've been getting the wolf. We've been getting the wolf through the equipment, through the spirit boxes, the gateways. And I think the wolf has something to do with this house. I really do. Oh, interesting. So Summer did an outline. That's a really good outline. Alright, so check it out. She took it a step further. This is what she's seeing here. Is like some type of figure here. She said it reminds her of a robed entity, which, if y'all saw the Revenant Acres clip, I encountered this robed entity and then captured some kind of black, like, liquidy mass coming off the ceiling and onto the floor, just moving independently on its own. Super creepy. So when I hear robed figure, it's a little freaky. So here's that one. Where did the original go? I literally just had it up. What the heck? Where did it go? There it is. All right, here's the OG. Oh, okay. Now look, guys. Now look. So there's where she got it outlined. Okay, this is what she's talking about, is the shadow thing here. That is freaky. All right. Okay, I'm seeing that. You see? Huh. I do see it. I do kind of see it there. That is freaky. That is freaky. I wouldn't put nothing past being in this office, you know? There's a good chance that... And guys, thankfully, because I haven't seen the hooded road figure since that investigation, I'm a little bit more calm investigating now. But for years, I was freaked out. I was freaked the F out. All right, guys, so I'm hopping off here. We're a little over, but I think it's worth it. So, guys, the next live stream I'm going to be doing is Monday, and that'll be for the Patreon and members-only squad only. So, no, wait, what am I talking about? Today is Thursday. We're doing a stream Saturday right here, and I'm thinking, guys, we do a session. That's right, we do a session here in the office. We're either going to do a session... I have an idea. I have an idea for the session, but we're going to be doing an investigation here in the office, or maybe the basement if we're feeling it. If we're feeling it, we will see. We will see. But I'm hopping off here. Thank you all so much for keeping it so lit with your boy. We got Yvonne, David, Jacqueline. Hey, Jacqueline, I see you. Thank you for being here. Cheryl, you are amazing. Zapper, what's up, Zapper? David, I see you, David. Thank you for being here. Andrea, hippie cowgirl in the building. What's up, Andrea? I appreciate you being here. Dory, see you all Saturday night. That's right. That's right. Saturday. All right. Bill Prack, Bill, thank you so much for being here. My man in the building. Anna Bolin, I see you, Anna. Thank y'all so much, guys. This has been an awesome stream, seriously. Cheryl, I see you, Cheryl. Y'all have made this an amazing stream. Thank you so much. And shout out to Joe Watchman reviewing the evidence with me. I thought we did a pretty good job breaking down that evidence, reviewing over it, because those were some incredible back and forth conversations that we captured, plus some good visual evidence that Joe Watchman brought to the table. So yeah, Lil Jess, I see you, Lil Jess. Thank you for being here. Summer Lit Girl, thank you for sending the screenshot, and then thank you for doing the outline too. That really helped for me to see it. RJ Litness, Susan Lopez, thank you all so much for being here. I love y'all. Stay tuned. Stay epic. Guys, I will see you all Saturday at the live stream. Let's go. Love y'all. Peace, fam. Peace. Good stream, guys. Seriously. It was awesome.